I'm here this morning to kind of give you some catchphrases that I've heard over the years. As a matter of fact, somebody walked into the Sunday school class this morning, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "If Mom ain't happy, nobody's happy." Brother Tommy walked into the Sunday school class, that's the first thing I heard him say. If Mom ain't happy, nobody's happy. Then there's another one that my father-in-law used to use all the time, and I thought, man, this guy got it nailed down to bad. He said, "I'm the man of my household. I wear the pants." And I got her permission to say so. How good is that? How wonderful it is to have a godly mother, number one, but number two is to have a godly partner in life. And I married one. So I decided that I would read Proverbs chapter 31. And I'm going to read verse 10. That's the only verse I'm going to read. Because there's a lot to be said. And two stories that I found in the magazines that I get that I want to share. Verse 10 said this: "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." Let's pray. Father, I pray, God, and ask the Father, as we have this opportunity to honor our moms today. We thank you, Lord, for the godly moms that you've put in my life. And I thank you, Father, for those, Lord, that I just love and I just appreciate them so very much. And Lord, I pray, Father, that you just bless them. Lord, let them have a great day today as they gather their families together, as they sit down to meet one with the other. And Father, I just pray that you just have your will and way in what they do today. And Father, we bless you. We just honor you here today. And we give you all the praise for great moms in our life. In Jesus' holy name I pray. Amen. And all God's people said, Amen. Amen. Little girl, just 4 years old, had this baby doll tucked up on her arms. She's running through the house and she kept saying, "Mama said so." And finally, Daddy stopped her in the middle of the floor and said, "Baby, why did Mama say so?" Mama said me to take a nap. And I told Mama I didn't want to take a nap. And then Mama said so. She's running through the house just having herself a good time, and she's chunking this little baby doll up in there and she's catching it. And the dad says, "Then why are you doing that?" She said, "Because Mama said so." "Well, would Mama tell you to throw your baby doll up in the air?" She said, "I don't know, but Mama said so." A few minutes later, the little girl's in the center of the living room and she's singing a Jingle Belly type song, just a little happy little melody to go along there. And the daddy walked in. I said, "Well, I guess Mama told you so too, huh?" She said, "No, the purple dinosaur did." How important is a mom? Y'all, we see it in evidence that we see in everyday life that a woman is the most precious thing that ever walked on God's ground. I asked my grandfather years ago, when I was just a young teenager, I asked him, I said, "Grandpa, what do you look for when you look for the love of your life?" The best definition I've ever heard is my grandfather say, "Son, let your heart be your guide. It'll show you the way." Never dreamed that it would take me away from my home that I'm from, my place that I was raised up as a teenager, to bring me back to Macon, Georgia, that I hated worse than anything. I didn't like living in Macon as a small child, but I loved it. God brought me from Dublin, Georgia to Jones County, Georgia, to show me the love of my life. Boy, I mean, y'all folks, I'm gonna tell you something. I used to be the Mustang. Boy, I had the Mustang, and boy, the women just loved them fancy little cars and take them for a ride. But I was a peculiar one. I didn't let emotions play in my life until I met this Jones County girl. Y'all heard the story about the pool table in the cue ball, so I'm not going to go into that because Tricia keeps telling me, "No, I didn't. Mama said so." I knew the day I met her that this would be the love of my life, and I knew that I would one day get on my knees and ask her to marry me. I knew it the minute I saw her. The love of my life. We started renting this little bitty trailer down in East Dublin, Georgia. Come home for dinner one day, and first thing out of her mouth, I had to go to the doctor today. So, are you sick? She goes, no, I had to go to the doctor today. You went to the doctor, you're not sick. How much did that cost? And then she said the most gorgeous word I've ever heard a woman say to me. You're finna be a daddy. My knees got weak, I had to sit down. I didn't know what daddy meant, y'all, to be honest with you. But to be honest with you, I had to have other men in my life to show me what daddy was all about. I had to have other women in my life to show me what true mother was like. Though my birth parents were very precious to me, they did not show me that compassion and love of a parent should show. And then when I decided to get married, I told myself, I will not raise my children as I was raised. I will tell my children that I love them. I will tell my children that I support them. Even though they do the dumbest, stupidest thing, I still love them. Come on, y'all. As being a parent, as being a father to you didn't have the last word. You did not get the last word. Because it was always, Mama said. I tell my girl, don't do that. But Mama said. The authority overrode what Daddy said. But first I'll tell you right quick, she didn't raise 3 children, she raised 4. She raised 4 and did a good job. Did a good job. The day that the Lord decided to call me into ministry, I went to her and told her, I said, I think God's called me into ministry. And she said, I don't know if I can do this. I said, me neither. So let's do this thing together. I couldn't ask for a better associate pastor or anyone to assist me in any way, shape, or form. Best partner in my life. So then she became a mom. We had our firstborn, and y'all, the prettiest thing I ever seen. She was huge. I thought, oh my Lord, she had this. It was big. She weighed 10 pounds, 10 ounces. She was huge. And I look at Patricia and go, you're too little to be having this. Back then when they did the C-section, they stapled you. They didn't stitch you. They didn't do what they do today. Patricia was gone the 3rd day, I think it was, and she wanted to get up. My dad on one side of her and me on the other. We're walking her down to see the babies. There we stood. I've got a hold of her, I've got her, I'm holding her up, and there was a little black girl who was standing there looking in the glass, and she was looking around, and all of a sudden she spotted Nicole. And she said, Mama, come here and look. This here baby head weighs 14 pounds. Y'all ever laugh with staples? Y'all, she pulled it up in my arms. And I said, Tricia, you all right? She said, give me better, give me better. Our second baby was born in a small little thing. She weighed 8'4". She wasn't big as a minute. I thought, now then. And then our last one was born. I found out what parenthood was all about when Misty came along. See, y'all wired 110. Misty wired 408. My mama, my wife. Come on, guys, we've done it. We've called Mama, our wife, Mama. She loved those babies. All 3. Neither one of them got treated any different. Neither one of them. As my girls began to grow, the first thing I noticed was that Tasha was more athletic than Nicole, and Nicole was afraid she's going to break her fingernail. And I thought to myself, my goodness, how can we swing this thing? And Tricia says, let them be girls. Y'all, they used to think that I was a punching dummy or something. I was a dummy, but they thought I was the punching part. I pull up in the driveway, and the first thing you hear is clickety-clack, clickety-clack coming up the hallway, and they're diving right in the middle of my back. Want to slip off, get hurt, and run to Mama. Ooh, ooh. Mama said, leave him alone. Up the hall she comes, right in the middle of my back. That's the Mama's way. That's the Mama's way. But I guess the most joyous thing about being a mom is watching your kids grow up and become mamas. 9 grandchildren now, we got one great, well actually we got 4 great grandchildren with Asher's the blood. What's he going to be like? He'll grin at me, but he'll look at his mama and just blow bubbles. Y'all, he's going to be a flirt. Let me tell you what happened Sunday was a week ago, last Sunday evening. I'm sitting over here, Victoria's sitting on this side of me, and DJ is sitting right there side of me with Asher in his lap, and he's looking at Victoria blowing bubbles or blowing kisses, one or two, and I'm not sure which one he was doing, but he had his lips out. That hurt. And then when he made eye contact with me, it was like, what? How good is it to be a parent in this world? Well, the scripture that I chose to read in verse 10, I have preached this numerous times with ladies who I knew loved the Lord and who I knew had God in their life and had Jesus in their life. As a matter of fact, when I stood and played homage to Miss Beverly, I used this verse. Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above all rubies. So you cannot find a mom that will not outlove. This last little story I'm going to use is so, I don't know if I get through it or not. This little 9-year-old came in the living room where Mom was sitting, and she said, Mom, how did you become a mom? Puzzled by the question that was asked her, she looked down at the baby and she said, because I loved you. But Mom, how do I get to be a mom? Mom quickly swallowed everything she said, and she said, a long, long time from now. She goes, but Mom, can you teach me how to be a good mom? Because when I grow up, I want to be a mom just like you. So Mom went and got a baby doll and brought it in there and laid it in her lap. She said, sometimes you got to caress them and hold them and rock them back and forwards. But Mom, every time you do me that way, I go to sleep. She said, yeah, but don't you hear my heartbeat when you're doing this? So she took that little baby doll and put it inside her chest, little chest, and she began to rock. And her heart was beating. You could feel it through that baby doll. She goes, Mama, my heart is telling my little baby doll I love her. And Mama said, you're learning. I love you too. The little girl kept playing with the little baby doll and says, Mama, when I fell off the porch and skinned my knee, you was the first one to me. You didn't even call the doctor. You became one. Mama pushed the little baby doll down off the box and it hit the floor, and immediately that little girl ran over and scooped the baby doll up and put it up next to his heart. And the mama said, you're learning. The little girl began to grow. She became 16, 17, and she took the value of what her mama said and went to school and became a 4-year graduate from a college. She come home and said, Mom, I met the love of my life. Mom said, that'll go away. It's just heartburn. She said, no, Mom, I really love this guy. He loves me. He tells me all the time how important I am in his life. She said, bring me the boy so I can talk to him. The boy shows up at the house, and Mom's got a folder full of paperwork inside, and she says, would you mind answering a few questions for me? Scared to death, the young boy thought, what kind of questions are they? He said, first and foremost, do you own a customized van with a bed in it? The boy said, no. She checked it off. Good. Do you have more earrings than my daughter does? He goes, no, ma'am. She said, good. And the list went on and on. Finally, she got to the last one. She said, if my daughter calls you in the middle of the night, will you drop everything that you're doing and come to him? He He said, if she's with me and I marry her and we're in the middle of the night, she's going to be beside me. She said, very good. They got married, stood before the preacher. And as the father went to give her away, the father said, son, I worked hard to get her where she is, so don't mess this thing up. But I give you permission to marry my daughter. Take care of her. They got married. Married about 2 years and they had their first child. Quickly, the young lady knew what her mama went through. She called her up the very first time. That baby kept them awake all night long because his little tummy wasn't quite taking what she was feeding. Mom, what do I do? What do I do? Do I give him something different? Do I give her something? What's wrong with her? Her stomach hurts. Mama said, give her a little water. So she did. And that little baby went to sleep. These little things that Mama grew had grown on her. This little girl began to grow on. And she began to minister to her children. Finally, one day, this mother's little girl came to her and said, Mama, what does it take to be a mom? And she did the same thing that her mama showed her. So for generation after generation after generation, this will happen. Moms will show their daughters, and their daughters will show their daughters, and their daughters will show their daughters. The most funniest thing that ever happened in mine and Tristan's relationship. One day, Tasha was an avid ball player. She loved to play softball, and she loved to get out and play football with some of them boys that lived in a trailer park. Y'all, let me tell you something. Some of them boys were bigger than you, bigger than her, and they tell her right quick, don't hit so hard. And I thought, you wimp. One day we were sitting in the living room, and we had a basketball going in the backyard, and I'd get out there and shoot basketball with Tasha for hours. Finally, one day we're sitting in the living room right after lunch, or right before lunch, and knock on the door. There's two guys standing at the door, and the first thing Tricia answered the door, the first thing they asked her, Miss Tricia, is it okay if Johnny and Tasha comes out and play? How good is my mom? I miss my mom. Don't misunderstand me, folks. I really do. She did the best she could do. She died in 99. As I stood over her and told the church, my family, what kind of mom she was, they knew. But there's one thing I do know, this. My mom accepted Jesus Christ as her personal Lord and Savior. That I know. Because I was there when she called upon his name. So I get to see my mom again. And I love on her just like I always used to. Now you moms here today, y'all have a good day today. If you're not going to go home and eat, get my husband and take you to the finest restaurants around. Somebody had already told me, I'm taking her out to eat, I'm taking her to Christmas, getting everything look sized. One of the guys said, like, hey, that's a good idea, bro. Thank you. Y'all have a good time with your moms today. Look, I love you guys, I really do. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, Laura, Cole, Derek, Ryan, for doing it. I'm going to be back in. I'm bringing it right now. Just got some big issues going on. Can't get my flutter to stop. So keep that. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do. And I thank you, moms, today, for being just who you are. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Every head bowed, every eye closed. Please, nobody look at me. Every head bowed, every eye closed. Please, nobody look at me. You heard the testimony in song, how they portrayed how they feel about their own. There's amazing things about moms, that a lot of stories can be said. Just to listen to some of you that talks about this. I'm thankful that my wife is respected as she is. She's got kids that call her mother that we never even birthed. But I'm tickled that they respect my wife in that way. I'm excited that she is my partner in the things that I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm not trying to change anything. I just want God to be blessed. I thank you for my mom, my wife, and the mother she is. You guys are the moms. But let me ask you a serious question. You don't shadow of a doubt, do you know where you're going to spend eternity? All the moms that we have in this world that are trying so hard to do their best. I read an article not too long ago. If it wasn't for the moms of the church, there would be no churches. They'd have to shut their doors. Because 90% of their support comes from the good moms. Good moms are hard to find in a society that we live in today. So don't give up if you don't have anybody. Keep praying, the Lord will provide, and He'll give you. And then we'll talk about it when you turn the age of 40. And that would make it a lot easier. But if you're here today and you do not know Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I beg you in Jesus' name, don't leave this place if you don't. You come get me. I'm usually the last one to leave. I'll make sure everything's off and the lights are off and the doors are locked. If you want to talk to me about salvation, I'll be willing to listen. So good. Thank you. We'll give you a few minutes to just ask the Lord. If you don't know Him, come into your heart. How easy is it to be done? If you just ask Him in the name of Jesus, if you just ask God in the name of Jesus, He'll come into your heart. He will save you. So you'll spend eternity in heaven. Listen to the song. If you need the altar, you come. You don't have to come. You can sit right where you are. Just know that you know that you know where you'll spend eternity.